Tired, but not the going home kinda tired. The staying out kind, completely different thing. Week was long and my feet know it, but Friday overrules feet, everyone knows this. My friend said you look exhausted. I said I know. She said wanna go home. I said absolutely not. She said good, same. She said same. Let's order something. Wrong kinda tired to go home. Right kinda tired to stay. Wrong kinda tired to call it. Right kinda Friday for this. Eyes a little heavy, doesn't matter. The night is good and the music's right. Wrong kinda tired. Best kinda tired to be. Second wind hit somewhere around 9, which always happens, always surprises me anyway. My friend got it at the same time. We both sat up straighter without discussing it. Ordered another round, found better seats. Talked about everything we've been too busy for. All the things the week didn't leave room for. Friday always makes room, always finds it. Wrong kinda tired to go home. Right kinda tired to stay. Wrong kinda tired to call it. Right kinda Friday for this. Eyes a little heavy, doesn't matter. The night is good and the music's right. Wrong kinda tired. Best kinda tired to be. 10:30 and genuinely running low now, but the good running low, the earn running low. My friend said okay, maybe soon. I said yeah, maybe soon. We stayed another half hour, walked out into the cool air at 11, which hit different after the warm inside. My friend said I'm going to sleep so well tonight. I said me too, best sleep of the week. Wrong kinda tired to go home. Right kinda tired to stay. Wrong kinda tired to call it. Right kinda Friday for this. Eyes a little heavy, doesn't matter. The night is good and the music's right. Wrong kinda tired. Best kinda tired to be. Home at 11:30. Shoes off at the door. Didn't even make tea, just sat on the couch. Tired in every good way possible. Tired from laughing, tired from talking, tired from staying when I could have gone. Worth it, completely worth it. Wrong kind of tired, best kind every Friday. Best kind. Too many people wanna hang out tonight, which is a problem I'm very glad to have. 3 different plans, all of them good. Had to actually choose, which took a while. Pick the one with the best food, probably. My friend said, you're so bad at this. I said, I know. She said, just pick one. I said, I did. She said, finally, let's go. Good problem to have. Too many good things on a Friday. Good problem to have. Can't complain, won't complain. Week was long and now it's not. Friday fixed it like it always does. Good problem to have. Really good problem. Ended up at the place with the outdoor seats, even though it was slightly too cold for outdoor seats. We stayed outside anyway, jackets on. Because the vibe was right and Friday earns it. The heater was broken on one side. We all moved to the other side. Ordered too much food without discussing it, which is the only way to order food on Fridays. Good problem to have. Too many good things on a Friday. Good problem to have. Can't complain, won't complain. Week was long and now it's not. Friday fixed it like it always does. Good problem to have. Really good problem. My friend asked what I was doing tomorrow. I said nothing, she said same. Wanna do nothing together. I said obviously, that's the best plan. Nothing together is better than nothing alone. Saturday sorted, Sunday probably similar. Weekend already full of the right kind of empty. This is the good life, the actual good life. Friday night proving it once again. Good problem to have, too many good things on a Friday. Good problem to have, can't complain, won't complain. Week was long and now it's not. Friday fixed it like it always does. Good problem to have, really good problem. Walked home at 10, feeling very sorted. Everything figured out for approximately the next 48 hours, which is all you need on a Friday night. Monday is a concept, not engaging with it. Good problem to have, all of it, every bit of it, good. Jacket off before I'm through the door. Bag on the floor, shoes kicked to the side. Week is done and I don't need it anymore. Friday night and everything feels wide. Made a reservation, nowhere specific. Just walk until somewhere looks right. That kind of Friday, the best kind of Friday. Everything open, everything light. Jacket off, week's done, not carrying that anymore. Jacket off, come on, Friday's got an open door. Nothing on the schedule, nothing left to prove. Just the night and whatever we choose. Jacket off, let's go. Met my friend at 6 outside the station. She was already smiling before she saw me, which meant her week had also ended well. Or she was just happy it was over, same thing. We walked 3 blocks before deciding anything. Ended up somewhere with good music playing. Sat down, ordered something, looked at each other, said simultaneously finally which was accurate. Jacket off, week's done, not carrying that anymore. Jacket off, come on, Friday's got an open door. Nothing on the schedule, nothing left to prove. Just the night and whatever we choose. Jacket off, let's go. Place was getting louder, in the good way, the Friday way. Someone at the next table was laughing hard about something we didn't catch, but laughed anyway. That's the thing about Friday nights out, everyone's just glad to be here. Everyone checked their week at the door. Jacket off, all of us, jacket off. Not carrying that anymore. Jacket off, come on, Friday's got an open door. Nothing on the schedule, nothing left to prove. Just the night and whatever we choose. Jacket off, let's go. Walked home at 11 feeling exactly right. Not too much, not too little, just Friday right. My friend said same time next week. I said obviously without question. Week starts Monday, tonight doesn't count. Jacket off, still off. Woke up at 9 and that was early for a Saturday. Rolled over, checked the time, put the phone back down. No alarm, no reason, nowhere to be, which is the whole point of a Saturday. Lay there listening to the street outside. Different sound on weekends, slower sound. Someone's dog, someone's music, someone's window all of it unhurried, all of it fine. Saturday doesn't ask anything of me, doesn't need me anywhere. Saturday just sits there being Saturday, letting me be wherever I am. No list, no clock, no version of me that has to be somewhere. Saturday doesn't ask, and I love it for that. Made breakfast at 10, which felt luxurious. Eggs the slow way, not the weekday way. Put something on that I actually wanted to hear, not background, actually wanted to hear it. Sat at the table and ate without my phone, which is something I only manage on Saturdays. Tasted better for it. Everything tastes better on Saturdays. Saturday doesn't ask anything of me, doesn't need me anywhere. Saturday just sits there being Saturday, letting me be wherever I am. No list, no clock, no version of me that has to be somewhere. Saturday doesn't ask, and I love it for that. Afternoon came slow the way I wanted it to. Read something for 20 minutes, then stopped. Lay on the couch and looked at the ceiling, which sounds like nothing and was everything. My friend called and asked what I was doing. I said nothing, she said same. We stayed on the line, not talking, just existing on the phone together, which is a very specific kind of friendship. Saturday doesn't ask anything of me, doesn't need me anywhere. Saturday just sits there being Saturday, letting me be wherever I am. No list, no clock, no version of me that has to be somewhere. Saturday doesn't ask, and I love it for that. Evening came and I made tea, stood at the window watching the street go quiet. Saturday evening is the softest time, the whole city just breathing out together. Tomorrow is Sunday, which is almost as good, but right now it's still Saturday. Still asking nothing, still perfect, still mine. Sunday at 9 and the weekend is closing, which happens every week and still catches me. Not sad about it, just aware of it. The specific feeling of Sunday at 9. Everything's still good, but with an edge now. The way the last hour of anything feels more present, because it's almost over, more worth paying attention to. One more hour of weekend, not wasting a single minute of it. Staying up just a little later, not because of anything, just because the weekend deserves one more hour, one more good hour. Made tea and sat on the floor for some reason, which I only do on Sunday nights. Put something on that I actually love, turned it up a little, nobody to bother. Texted her goodnight, she said back already. Said today was really good, I said it really was. Said see you Friday, she said obviously. One more hour of weekend, not wasting a single minute of it. One more hour, staying up just a little should probably sleep. Monday is a real thing that exists, but the room is warm and the song is good, and the weekend isn't quite done yet. 5 more minutes, then 5 more after that, which is how the last hour always goes. Stretching it out, making it last, the way you do with anything good. 1 more hour of weekend, not wasting a single minute of it. 1 more hour, staying up just a little later, not because of anything, just because the weekend deserves 1 more hour. 1 more good hour. Finally turn the light off at 11, which is late enough, early enough. Weekend properly finished. Monday can have tomorrow. Tonight was still the weekend, right up until it wasn't. Right up until I closed my eyes, and even then a little after that. Even then. Woke up and my first thought was Friday, which is the best first thought to have. Stayed in bed an extra 5 minutes, just because I could, just because Friday. Made coffee without checking the time, stood at the window with both hands around the cup. The street was doing its morning thing, but softer somehow, the way Fridays are softer. Already weekend in my head, technically still Friday already. Weekend, can't help it, never could. Something about this morning feels like it's already mine. Already weekend, already. Wore the good jacket today for no reason, just felt like a good jacket kind of morning. Took the long way to the cafe, 8 extra minutes, completely worth it. The barista remembered my order, which took 4 months of Fridays to happen. Small victory, significant victory. Sat by the window, feeling very good about it. Already weekend in my head, technically still Friday already. Weekend, can't help it, never could. Something about this morning feels like it's already mine. Already weekend, already. Sat there longer than I meant to. Second coffee without planning for it. Watch the street get busy through the glass. Friday busy looks different from other busy. Everyone walking like they know something good is waiting just 2 days away, which it is, it definitely is. Already feeling in from here. Already weekend in my head, technically still Friday already. Weekend, can't help it, never could. Something about this morning feels like it's already mine. Already weekend, already. Packed up slow, left a good tip, walked out into the Friday morning. Cool air, good light, whole weekend ahead. Texted my friend said, "What are we doing?" She replied instantly, which meant she was also already there in her head too. Already weekend, both of us already.
3 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, which is a very specific kind of 3 o'clock. Different from Tuesday 3 o'clock entirely. Tuesday 3 o'clock still has tomorrow in it. Friday 3 o'clock has the whole weekend just sitting there, 2 hours away, close enough to feel it, far enough to still have to wait. Weekend in sight, 2 hours and counting. Weekend in sight already feels like Saturday. Something about Friday afternoon makes the clock move differently. Weekend in sight, almost there, almost there. Sent her a message at 3:30, said, "What do you want to do this weekend?" She said, "Nothing." I said, "Perfect, we've gotten good at nothing on weekends. The kind of nothing that involves good food and bad films and not checking emails. The kind of nothing that takes all weekend and still feels too short." Weekend in sight, 2 hours and counting. Weekend in sight already feels like Saturday. Something about Friday afternoon makes the clock move differently. Weekend in sight, almost there, almost there. 5 o'clock and the office empties fast. Everyone suddenly remembers they have a life. Coats on, bags up, see you Monday. Monday feels very far away right now, which is exactly how it should feel. Stepped outside into the Friday evening. Cold air, street lights coming on. Weekend officially started right there. Weekend in sight, 2 hours and counting. Weekend in sight already feels like Saturday. Something about Friday afternoon makes the clock move differently. Weekend in sight, almost there, almost there. Walked to meet her at the corner place. She was already there, already had a table. Said, "How was your week?" I said, "Long." She said, "Same." We ordered something good. The weekend started properly then, right there at that table. Best part of the whole week, every week. 11:17, been staring at the same email for too long. Honestly, could reply now, probably won't. Feels like a later problem. Sunlight moved across the table, did more work than me this morning. Impressive, actually. Somebody near the window, already talking lunch plans. Feels early, feels correct. Friday does this thing, makes time feel weird, slow, and suddenly gone. 11:17 feels like freedom, just a little, not fully, still enough to smile for no reason, at nothing, really. Open my planner, close my planner, that felt productive, emotionally at least, tiny win. Text from a friend, drinks tonight, didn't answer yet, but mentally already there.
Coffee's colder now. Didn't notice whole morning drifting in a nice way. No disasters, no urgency. Love that. Friday air. Coffee's colder now. Didn't notice whole morning drifting in a nice way. No disasters, no urgency. Love that. 11:17 feels lighter, like the day already forgave me for not trying so hard yet. Lunch soon, good enough. Made no plans this weekend on purpose, which took more effort than it sounds. People kept asking what I was doing. I kept saying nothing. They kept asking, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Nothing is the plan. Nothing is very specifically the plan. Cleared the whole weekend for it, protecting it like an actual appointment. No plans on purpose. Nobody needs me anywhere. No plans on purpose. Finally figured out how to do this. Just the weekend and whatever happens in it. No version of me that has to show up. No plans on purpose this time. Saturday morning I walked to the market, not because I needed anything specific, just because the market on Saturday morning is one of the better things you can do with the morning. Bought fruit I didn't need and bread I did. Stood at a stall looking at flowers for a while. Bought one small one for the table at home. The reason just felt like a no plans kind of thing to do. No plans on purpose. Nobody needs me anywhere. No plans on purpose. Finally figured out how to do this. Just the weekend and whatever happens in it. No version of me that has to show up. No plans on purpose this time. Sunday afternoon I sat in the garden with tea and nothing else. No phone. Just sat there watching the light move, which sounds boring, was the opposite. My neighbor waved from across the fence. I waved back, we didn't talk, which was the right call for both of us. Perfect Sunday. No plans on purpose. No plans on purpose. Nobody needs me anywhere. No plans on purpose. Finally figured out how to do this. Just the weekend or whatever happens in it. No version of me that has to show up. No plans on purpose this time. Sunday evening and the weekend's almost done, which usually feels like something heavy. Doesn't feel heavy this time. Did nothing and it was exactly enough. Made dinner, ate it slow, put something good on low. No plans worked out perfectly. Doing it again next weekend. Definitely doing it again.
Woke up at 8 without an alarm for once, which hasn't happened in longer than I can remember. Made coffee the slow way, no reason to rush. Stood at the window while it was still quiet outside, the kind of morning that doesn't ask anything, just exists, just sits there being the morning. Thought about texting or something, didn't, just thought about it. Same time tomorrow, same coffee, same window, nothing urgent, nothing due. Same time tomorrow, and the day after that too. This is what a good week feels like. Same time tomorrow, same time tomorrow. She called at 11 just to talk, not about anything specific, just talking. I was still in yesterday's clothes on the couch, didn't mention that part. She said she'd had the same breakfast 3 days running. I said me too, different breakfast though. She laughed, I laughed, that was the whole call. 20 minutes enough. Same time tomorrow, same coffee, same window, nothing urgent, nothing due. Same time tomorrow, and the day after that too. This is what a good week feels like. Same time tomorrow, same time tomorrow. Afternoon came and I went for a walk. No destination, just a long block and back. Past the cafe we went to on a Tuesday. Slowed down a little, kept walking. Sent her a photo of nothing in particular, a plant outside a building just because. She sent back a thumbs up and a question mark. I said, never mind. She said, okay, that was fine. Same time tomorrow, same coffee, same window, nothing urgent, nothing due. Same time tomorrow, and the day after that too. This is what a good week feels like. Same time tomorrow, same time tomorrow. Even came slowly, the good kind of slowly. Made dinner, ate it standing at the counter. Texted her good night at 10. She replied 11 minutes later, just a small moon emoji, which was exactly right, which was more than enough. Same time tomorrow, two, three, three. Found a table by the window at the good place, which never happens, happened tonight. My friend said, this is a sign. I said, or what? She said, Friday being on our side. Ordered the thing we always argue about getting. Got it without arguing, just got it. Friday does that, makes everything easier. Makes the good table available, makes us agree. Best seat in the house tonight. Didn't even have to ask for it. Best seat in the house. Friday, just handed it over. Window corner, good light, everything exactly where it should be. Best seat in the house. Only happens on Fridays. The place was filling up around us fast, but our table stayed ours, stayed perfect. Watched the street outside between conversations. Everyone out there also clearly having a Friday. A couple sharing something at the stall across the
whole street just being Friday together. All of us in on the same good thing. Best seat in the house tonight. Didn't even have to ask for it. Best seat in the house. Friday, just handed it over. Window corner, good light. Everything exactly where it should be. Best seat in the house. Only happens on Fridays. Third round and nobody was checking the time, which is the best sign that the night is good. My friend said, I don't want this to end. I said, it doesn't have to end yet. She said, what about tomorrow? I said, tomorrow is tomorrow's problem. She said, you're right, completely right. Best seat in the house. Stay until they close. Best seat in the house tonight. Didn't even have to ask for it. Best seat in the house. Friday, just handed it over. Window corner, good light. Everything exactly where it should be. Best seat in the house. Only happens on Fridays. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Left at 11, slower than we arrived. Stood outside for another 20 minutes talking, the way you do when the night was good and you're not ready to split it into two directions. My friend said, same time next week. I said, save the window table. She said, I'll try. I said, try hard. Best seat in the house. Worth trying hard for. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 5 o'clock and I was already out the door. Didn't look back, didn't need to. We can keep whatever's left of it. I got a Friday and I know what to do. Playlist on before I hit the street, the one I only play on Friday evenings. Turned it up before I reached the corner. That's how you know the weekend's real. Turn it up, it's Friday. Turn it up, we made it. Turn it up, the week is gone. Turn it up and keep it on. Nothing left to save it for. Nothing held back anymore. Turn it up, it's Friday, turn it up. My friend texted, where are you? I said, outside yours. She said, give me 2 minutes. Took 4, which is basically 2 minutes. And her time came out in the jacket. I told her, look good. She said, I know. I said, let's go. We didn't have a plan. Which was the plan? Ended up somewhere with the right kind of noise. Turned it up, kept it up. Friday up, turn it up, it's Friday. Turn it up, we made it. Turn it up, the week is gone. Turn it up and keep it on. Nothing left to save it for. Nothing held back anymore. Turn it up, it's Friday, turn it up. Danced a little at the back of somewhere, not a dancing place. We danced anyway, the kind of dancing that's mostly just moving. Because the song was good and it was Friday. Someone told us the kitchen was closing. We said okay and ordered one more thing. Friday doesn't follow kitchen hours. Friday makes its own rules. Turn it up. Turn it up, it's Friday. Turn it up, we made it. Turn it up, the week is gone. Turn it up, then keep it on. Nothing left to save it for. Nothing held back anymore. Turn it up. Friday, turn it up. Walked home loud and a little tired. The good loud, the Friday loud. My friend was still humming something. I joined in, neither of us knew the words. Didn't matter, Friday doesn't need words, just turn it up. Just Friday, turn it up. I wake up and don't move right away. Just lying there staring at nothing particular. The ceiling looks the same as always, but somehow it feels quieter today. I hear small sounds from outside the room, things I usually never notice. The house creaks a little when the air shifts, and it feels like the whole place is breathing slowly. I finally sit up, but even that feels slower than usual. There's no reason to rush into anything, no schedule pulling me forward. I walk to the kitchen, and the floor is colder than I remember. I turn on the kettle and just stand there watching it start to warm up. The sound begins small, then slowly becomes something steady. I lean against the counter, not thinking about anything in particular, just letting the moment exist on its own without trying to change it. I open the window a little, and the air coming in feels mild, not warm, not cold, just present. Outside, the street is already awake, but it doesn't feel loud from here. Cars pass in the distance, people move like they already know their direction. I pour water into a cup slowly, watching it rise and settle. Coffee grounds dissolve into the moment, like they belong there. I sit down near the window and don't turn on anything. No music, no video, no notifications, just the sound of the room itself. I take the first sip, and it's not special, but it feels consistent, like something I can rely on without thinking about it. I notice how much of life is made of small repeating things. Boiling water, footsteps, light moving across the floor. Things that never really change, but somehow feel different every day. I sit there longer than I planned, just watching the light shift slowly. There's no urgency in it, no message hidden inside it, just time passing in a way that doesn't demand attention. I think about how most mornings don't need meaning, they just need to exist quietly. And this one feels exactly like that. Nothing important happens, and nothing needs to. I don't know when the night got this quiet, but I stopped trying to break it. There's a softness in not reacting to everything, like I finally stepped out of noise. I sit by the window without thinking ahead, just watching time move, gently. I don't need to hold on to anything tightly. I just need to feel it while it's here. If this moment stays a little longer, I won't try to change it. If this moment stays a little longer, I'll let it be enough. Nothing needs to follow this feeling. Nothing needs to come after. I realize how much I used to rush through everything, even the quiet parts. But now I don't wanna skip ahead anymore. Not even a little. There's something real in slow moments that I used to miss. Maybe nothing lasts the way I want it to, but maybe that's not the point. Maybe feeling it is enough before it changes. If this moment stays a little longer, I won't try to change it. If this moment stays a little longer, I'll let it be enough. Nothing needs to follow this feeling. Nothing needs to come after. Just stay for now. For now. The streets are glowing like they're half asleep. Cars passing like distant thoughts. People move past me without looking, like we all agreed not to interrupt each other. I pull my jacket a little closer, not because I'm cold, just because it feels real. There's a quiet in the air I didn't notice before, like the city is breathing instead of talking. I let my steps fall into the rhythm of nothing, just walking without a reason. I used to think I had to be somewhere, always chasing something I couldn't name. But tonight feels different, like time stopped asking questions. So I stay here in the soft city lights. Don't need a rush, don't need to decide. Everything I'm looking for feels far away, but somehow closer than it was yesterday. I let the moment take its time with me. I let the moment take its time with me. I pass by places I used to know, they don't feel the same anymore. Maybe I changed, maybe they did, or maybe nothing stayed the same at all. I hear music from somewhere behind me, blending into the sound of the street. And I realize I don't need to understand it, I just need to feel it passing through. There's comfort in not being important tonight, just another shadow in the light. I don't have to figure it out right now, I don't have to turn this feeling into meaning. I can just walk and let the night carry me. So I stay here in the soft city lights. Don't need a rush, don't need to decide. Everything I'm looking for feels far away, but somehow closer than it was yesterday. I let the moment take its time with me. I let the moment take its time with me. Maybe I was never lost at all, maybe I was just moving too fast to notice the world doesn't always need answers. Sometimes it just needs silence between thoughts. And I think I finally hear it now, the part I kept missing before. So I stay here in the soft city lights. No need to rush, no need to fight. Everything I thought I needed to find was already here the whole time. I let the moment take its time with me. I let the moment take its time with me. I keep walking just a little longer. I step outside into the soft city lights, and everything feels a little slower than before. The streets are glowing in a quiet way, like they don't need to try too hard tonight. I pull my jacket closer around me, not because it's cold, just because it feels right. People pass by without looking too long, everyone moving like they already know where they're going. And I'm somewhere in between all of it, not lost, just not in a hurry. The air carries sound from far away, cars, footsteps, distant voices fading in and out. I let myself walk without thinking about direction, just following the rhythm of the ground. There's something calming in not being needed right now. No calls, no expectations, no pressure pulling me anywhere. I hear music playing somewhere in my mind, or maybe it's just the city blending into silence. I keep walking even though I don't have a destination, and somehow that feels like enough for tonight. The lights reflect on the road like broken reflections of time, moving but never staying in one place. I think about how most nights don't ask for meaning, they just ask you to be inside them. So I stay inside this one a little longer, letting it pass through me slowly. I don't need to understand everything tonight, I just need to feel it as it is, and for a moment that feels completely enough. Sunday evening, and I'm tired in the good way, the kind that comes from actually using the weekend. Walked too much yesterday in the best way, stayed up too late talking in the best way. Whole body saying okay, that was enough, but the satisfied kind of enough, not the depleted kind. Kind that means it was worth it, the good kind of tired, earned it this weekend. The good kind of tired, wouldn't change a thing. Feet sore from walking somewhere good, eyes heavy from staying up too late. The good kind of tired, the very best kind. We went to that market on Saturday morning, the one that's always too crowded and worth it anyway. She found a book she'd been looking for, I found nothing and bought something anyway. Ate lunch standing up at a food stall, which is always better than sitting down somehow. Walked home the long way without discussing it, just both went the long way, just knew. The good kind of tired, this weekend. The good kind of tired, wouldn't change a thing. Feet sore from walking somewhere good, eyes heavy from staying up too late. The good kind of tired, the very best kind. Sunday was slower, which was what Sunday needed. Coffee at hers in the morning, neither of us talking much, just being in the same room, which was enough. Walked home at 4 in the afternoon light, that specific Sunday 4 o'clock light, that makes everything look a little golden, a little finished, a little ready for whatever comes next. The good kind of tired, earned it this weekend. The good kind of tired, wouldn't change a thing. Feet sore from walking somewhere good, eyes heavy from staying up too late. The good kind of tired, the very best kind. Sunday night and I'm already in bed at 9, which on a weekday would mean something wrong tonight. Just means the weekend was full. Full in the right way, heavy in the right way. Alarm set for Monday, not thinking about it. Just the good tired and the dark room and a really good weekend. Still warm in it, still in it. I wake up a little later than I meant to, but nothing feels like it's waiting for me anyway. The light is already in the room, soft and unbothered, like it's been here for a while. I lie there for a moment, not really thinking about getting up. There's no rush in the air today, no pressure sitting on top of anything. I finally get up and walk slowly to the kitchen. Each step feels quieter than usual. I turn on the kettle and just listen to it slowly start to boil. The sound fills the space in a way that feels familiar, like something I've heard 1,000 times before. I make coffee without checking anything. No phone, no messages, no noise from the outside world. Just the smell of coffee slowly taking over the room, and the feeling that I don't need to be anywhere yet. I sit down near the window and look outside without focusing on anything in particular. People already moving through the streets, cars passing, footsteps fading, life continuing as normal. I'm part of it, but not inside it fully, just watching it go by for a moment. I take a sip of coffee and it's not special, but it feels steady, like something simple is holding everything together today. I think about how most days don't need to be anything more than this. Just quiet, just ordinary, just passing gently. And for a while, that feels completely enough.
Sun on the table, moved a little since I got here. Didn't notice till now. Friday mornings always feel temporary, like everybody's pretending to still care about emails. Toast came late, didn't mind. Nothing feels urgent today. Even the guy talking too loud on speakerphone feels less annoying somehow. That's growth. Maybe, no, too early to say. Light through the window makes everything look easier than it is. Watch dust float, and for a while it probably says something about my productivity. Not great, not terrible, just Friday, doing Friday things. Saw somebody outside walking too fast, like it was still Tuesday. Couldn't relate, honestly. Sun on the table, half my thoughts already somewhere else. Weekend close enough to feel real, still far enough to matter. Warm light. Forgot what song was playing, still liked it. That kind of morning, nothing special, still nice. Almost noon, didn't finish much, still feels okay. Strangely, guess sunlight helps more than advice sometimes. Sun on the table, Friday getting softer, little by little, good enough for now. 11:56, close enough to lunch. Two, three. Out the door at 5 on the dot, which never happens, happened today. Phone in pocket, notifications off, which also never happens, happened today. Friday does things to a person, makes them walk faster to nowhere, makes them breathe different outside makes the whole city feel like it exhaled. See you Monday, not thinking about it. See you Monday, that's a problem for Sunday night. Right now it's Friday, right now it's just this. See you Monday, not a single thought about it. Met her at the place near the park at 6. She'd already ordered for both of us, which I didn't ask her to do, and was perfect. We talked about everything except the week, which by unspoken agreement we just didn't do. The week was done, the week was gone. Weekend rules, different conversation, different version of both of us. See you Monday, not thinking about it. See you Monday, that's a problem for Sunday night. Right now it's Friday, right now it's just this. See you Monday, not a single thought about it. Walked home after at 9 through the park. Friday night park is its own thing. People sitting on the grass even though it's cold. Someone playing guitar bad near the fountain. We stopped to listen for a little while, 'cause it was Friday and why not? Because the weekend was new and full, because Monday was very far away. See you Monday, not thinking about it. See you Monday, that's a problem for Sunday night. Right now it's Friday, right now it's just this. See you Monday, not a single thought about it. Got home at 10, made tea, sat on the couch. She texted and said today was good. I said yeah, it really was. She said same time next Friday. I said obviously without question. Put the phone down, weekend properly started. Monday is a rumor, not thinking about it, not even a little.
Friday morning and nobody's rushing quite as hard. The street outside is doing a slower version of itself. Came to the cafe earlier than usual, just to sit in it before it gets busy. Ordered the thing I always get. Took a table by the window naturally, wrapped both hands around the cup. Just sat there, just Friday, just this. Slow Friday morning, nobody needs anything yet. Slow Friday morning, week is almost done. Just the coffee and the quiet and the light through the glass. Slow Friday morning, best morning of them all. The barista is playing something good today, something with guitar, something easy. I didn't ask what it was, just let it be something good playing somewhere. An old man came in and took the corner table, ordered tea, opened a newspaper, actual paper, sat there reading like it was 1990 something. I respected that completely. Slow Friday morning, nobody needs anything yet. Slow Friday morning, week is almost done. Just the coffee and the quiet and the light through the glass. second cup without really planning for a second cup. But the first one went too fast and the morning was too good. Watch the street get busier through the window. Friday busy is different from Monday busy. People walk the same route but slower, like they're already halfway to the weekend, already letting it go, already almost there. Slow Friday morning, nobody needs anything yet. Slow Friday morning, week is almost done. Just the coffee and the quiet and the light through the glass. Slow Friday morning, best morning of them all. Stayed longer than I meant to, which is exactly what Friday mornings are for. Packed up slowly, no rush. Left a good tip because it was Friday. Walked out into the morning, still cool, still quiet, still good. Whole weekend ahead, whole weekend just waiting there. Slow Friday morning, see you next week. One, two, three, four. I am not a morning person, everyone knows this. Ask anyone, they'll tell you not a morning person. But Friday mornings are a different category. Friday mornings I'm up before the alarm, which has never happened on a Tuesday. Not once, not ever, not even close. But Friday, somehow Friday, I'm a completely different person. Morning person just on Fridays. Don't ask me to explain it. Morning person just on Fridays. Alarm goes off and I'm already there. Coffee on before I'm fully awake. Playlist going, curtains open. Morning person just on Fridays though. Took the longer route to the cafe this morning, which adds about 8 minutes, and I didn't mind. The street was doing that thing where the light hits the buildings at just the right angle. Stopped to look at it for a second. Took a photo that didn't capture it at all. Sent it to my friend anyway. She said nice, which was generous of her. Morning person just on Fridays. Don't ask me to explain it. Morning person just on Fridays. Alarm goes off and I'm already there. Coffee on before I'm fully awake. Playlist going, curtains open. Morning person just on Fridays though. Found my usual table, ordered my usual thing. The barista already knew, didn't ask. Which took 3 months of Fridays to achieve, worth every single one of those Fridays. Sat down, opened nothing, just sat. Watched the cafe fill up with other Friday people. Everyone in here has that look, the almost weekend look, the best look. Morning person just on Fridays. Don't ask me to explain it. Morning person just on Fridays. Alarm goes off and I'm already there. Coffee on before I'm fully awake. Playlist going, curtains open. Morning person just on Fridays though. Monday, I will be a completely different story. Tuesday through Thursday, same, but right now it's Friday morning, and I'm sitting in my cafe with my coffee, with my which is honestly enough, which is more than enough. See you next Friday.
Woke up and remembered what day it was, which made getting out of bed a completely different thing. Same alarm, same ceiling, same room. But Friday does something to all of that. Made coffee faster than usual. Didn't even mind the commute. The train was crowded and I didn't mind. Friday makes the train crowded feel fine. Finally Friday, took long enough, here we are. Finally Friday, didn't even need the alarm that hard. Something about this morning hits different. The coffee, the light, the whole thing. Finally Friday, finally Friday again. Everyone at work looks slightly more human today, like the week wore them down to something real. Someone brought donuts and didn't announce it, just left them in the kitchen, quietly generous. Took two, felt fine about it, meeting shorter today for some reason. Nobody wants to be here long on a Friday, including the people running the meetings. Finally Friday, took long enough, here we are. Finally Friday, didn't even need the alarm that hard. Something about this morning hits different. The coffee, the light, the whole thing. Finally Friday, finally Friday again. Lunchtime feels longer on Friday somehow, like the afternoon already knows to slow down. Sat outside with something warm in a paper cup, watched the street do its Friday thing. People walking like they have somewhere to be, but not urgently, not the way Monday walks. Friday walks are different, everybody knows it. Finally Friday, took long enough, here we are. Finally Friday, didn't even need the alarm that hard. Something about this morning hits different. The coffee, the light, the whole thing. Finally Friday, finally Friday again. 5 o'clock and the week just closes, like a book you're glad you finished. Stepped outside and the air felt different. Friday air completely different. Texted her and said, what are you doing tonight? She said, nothing yet. I said, good, really good Friday. Best day of the week, every single week. Got here early, which never happens. Table near the window is still empty. Lucky, I guess. Sun's doing that thing where everything looks more organized than it actually is. Ordered something healthy, immediately regretted it. Guy next to me eating pancakes, honestly feels personal. Friday mornings make weird enemies. Still got work to do, but not urgently, not today. Check the clock, 10:08, close enough to lunch if we're being generous. Open 3 tabs, close 2. That feels productive in spirit. Someone laughing near the door, whole place feels lighter, like everybody knows weekend's close. Nobody saying it, still obvious. Coffee before lunch feels smarter somehow. Little slower, little softer. Friday doing its thing again. Warm light.
can check. Whatever it is can probably wait. Feels like that kind of day. Almost noon now, not much done, still could be worse. Coffee helped, probably. Coffee before lunch, Friday feeling lighter, just enough to make work not feel impossible. 11:32. Good enough. Good enough. I caught myself thinking without direction again, just floating between random pieces of time. Nothing feels heavy, but nothing feels clear, like I'm somewhere in between both. I walk around my room for no reason, just moving because stillness feels too loud. There's a comfort in not knowing today, not needing to label anything. I don't need answers forming in my head, I just need space to let them pass. I'm somewhere between thoughts and silence, not lost, just not defined. Everything I feel is softer than words, so I stop trying to explain it. I'm somewhere between thoughts and silence, and it feels okay like this. I notice small things I usually miss, like light changing without permission, the way air moves through an open window without asking anything back. Maybe this is what rest actually feels like, not sleeping, just existing. I used to think I had to be certain about everything I feel, but maybe uncertainty is just space where things haven't settled yet. I'm somewhere between thoughts and silence, not lost, just not defined. Everything I feel is softer than words, so I stop trying to explain. I'm somewhere between thoughts and silence, and I let it be enough. Just floating. I'm still here, even if nothing is happening, just sitting with the quiet like it knows me. The room feels a little softer than usual, like it stopped trying to be anything. I don't turn on the TV, I don't check the time, I just let the moment exist without shape. There's a weight I can't really name tonight, but it doesn't feel sharp, just present. Maybe I don't need to solve anything right now. Maybe I just need to stay. Don't fade away tonight. Stay here a little longer with me. Nothing has to change right now. Nothing has to become anything. Don't fade away tonight. I'm not ready to let it go yet. city outside keeps moving like always, but I don't feel pulled into it. I've stopped trying to match his speed, and it feels strangely lighter. Even my thoughts slow down when I stop resisting them, like they finally have space to breathe. Maybe silence was never empty. Maybe it was just waiting for me to stop running past it. Don't fade away tonight. Stay here a little longer with me. Nothing has to change right now. Nothing has to become anything. Don't fade away tonight. I'm not ready to let it go yet. Just stay. Just stay.
Finished work at 6 and didn't go straight home. Took the long way without deciding to pass the market that's always too loud, past the bookshop that's always too warm inside, past the corner where that dog always sits. The big one, the friendly one, stopped to say hello. Kept walking after that, just walking, just the evening, just fine. The long way home, no reason, just felt right. The long way home, good song, good light. Thought about her somewhere around the park. The long way home, always worth it after dark. She called somewhere between the park and the bridge. Said, where are you? I said, walking. She said, where to? I said, nowhere specific. She said, can I come? I said, yeah. She showed up 12 minutes later, which means she was already close, which means she was maybe also just walking. Neither of us mentioned that. The long way home, no reason, just felt right. The long way home, good song, good light. Thought about her somewhere around the park. The long way home, always worth it after dark. We walked the rest of the way together, past the bridge, past the old school, past the hill. She knew a shortcut I didn't know about. I said, how do you know this street? She said, I walk here sometimes. I said, alone. She said, sometimes. We took the shortcut anyway. Got home faster than the long way still felt long. The long way home, no reason, just felt right. The long way home, good song, good light. Thought about her somewhere around the park. The long way home, always worth it after dark. Said goodnight at my door at 8. She went back the looking at anything, just standing there. Really good evening, really good long way home. Woke up and the room was colder than yesterday. First real cold morning of the year. Found a sweater I forgot I had, which is one of the better things that happens in autumn. Made coffee and stood outside for a minute, just to feel how cold it actually was. Pretty cold, went back inside. Put another sweater on top of the first one. First cold day of the year. Everything smells different, feels different. First cold day. She texted and said it's freezing. I said I know, I know. First cold day. And somehow everything felt a little more like something. We met for coffee at the place near hers. Both showed up in too many layers. She had a scarf I hadn't seen before. I said, nice scarf. She said, thanks. Her mom got it. We ordered the warm things on the menu. Sat by the window watching people outside. Everyone walking faster than usual. Cold does that, makes the city move differently. First cold day of the year. Everything smells different, feels different. First cold day. She texted and said it's freezing. I said I know, I know. First cold day. And somehow everything felt a little more like something. Walked back the long way, even though it was cold. She had her hands in her pockets, I had mine in mine. At some point that changed, don't remember exactly when. Just remember the cold on my face and not minding it at all. Not minding it one bit. First cold day of the year. Everything smells different, feels different. First cold day. She texted and said it's freezing. I said I know, I know. First cold day. And somehow everything felt a little more like something. Said goodbye at a corner at 4. Walked home alone in the cold, hands back in my pockets. Thought about the part where that changed, smiled about it on the street like an idiot. Didn't care. First cold day of the year. Best first cold day in a long time. Saturday with nothing on the calendar, which used to feel like something was wrong. Now it just feels like Saturday. Slept until 9, made eggs badly, the way I always make eggs. Too much butter. Ate them anyway, they were fine. Put something on just let it run. Nothing special, just a Saturday being a Saturday. Nothing special, she's coming over around 2. Nothing special, just the best kind of nothing. Nothing special at all. She arrived at past, which is on time for her. Brought pastries from the place on the corner. Didn't ask, just brought them, just knew. We ate them at the counter, not even sitting down. Talked about something I can't remember now. Something about a film or her coworker, or both that crossed over at some point. Didn't matter, just kept talking. Nothing special, just a Saturday being a Saturday. Nothing special, she's coming over around 2. Nothing special, just the best kind of nothing. Nothing special at all. Afternoon went the way good afternoons go, slowly, without anyone checking the time. At some point we ended up on the couch, something plain that neither of us picked. She fell asleep around 4. I didn't wake her, just sat there, being very quietly happy about nothing. Nothing special, just a Saturday being a Saturday. Nothing special, she's coming over around 2. Nothing special, just the best kind of nothing. Nothing special at all. She woke up at 6 and said, sorry. I said, for what? She said, falling asleep. I said, don't be, she stayed for dinner. We made it badly together, ate it anyway. Best Saturday in a long time. Nothing special, exactly that.
Rain came in around 2 without warning. Not heavy, just enough to change the light. Everything outside went a shade darker, which made inside feel warmer somehow. Pulled the blanket off the back of the couch, made tea I didn't actually want. Just wanted something warm to hold while the rain did its thing outside. Window seat, rain on the glass, nowhere to be, nothing to pass. Just the afternoon doing what afternoons do. Window seat, thinking of you, not for any reason, just because. Window seat. He texted around 3, said, what are you doing? I said, watching the rain. He said, same. We didn't make plans, didn't need to. Just knowing that was enough somehow. The rain picked up a little after 4. I turned the lamp on earlier than usual. The room went amber, the street went gray. Good trade, entirely good trade. Window seat, rain on the glass, nowhere to be, nothing to pass. Just the afternoon doing what afternoons do. Window seat, thinking of you, not for any reason, just because. Window seat. He showed up at 5 with no warning, which should have been annoying. Wasn't annoying. the same umbrella from 3 years ago, still broken on one side, still using it. I said you could just get a new one. You said this one still works mostly, which is such a him thing to say. Window seat, rain on the glass, nowhere to be, nothing to pass. Just the afternoon doing what afternoons do. Window seat, thinking of you, not for any reason, just because. Window seat. We sat at the window together after his umbrella dripping on the floor. Neither of us mentioned it. Rain kept going till evening. We stayed till it stopped. Then a bit after that. Then a bit after that. Good afternoon.